Okay, I think we are live. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I think we're live. Let me know if you can hear me. Um, I have not been live for a couple of weeks, and so I might be a little rusty. I see a big chocolate dog has come to see me. Hi, Hagrid. Yes, Hagrid has come to say hello. He just ate, so he's feeling lovey, huh, my buddy? Let me know if you're on. Say hey. Let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Diane. I'm getting a thumbs up from the Sue Crafter, Ricardo. So, Diane says good evening. She can see and she can hear me. Yay! I'm so glad. Let's give it just a couple more minutes. Diane, what are you working on? And we'll see. Let me turn my phone off because lots of times it makes lots of noises. People tend, for some reason, it's like they know and they start texting me. I get all kinds of pings on my phone as soon as I start going live. So, say hey, let me know you're on here. Tell me if you're new and tell me what you're working on. I'm kind of excited. I was going to do this last night, but I just didn't get it put together. So here we are tonight. I am doing an unboxing of the new Spellbinders Merry Moments holiday craft kit. I cannot believe it. Holiday crafting is my favorite time of year, and if you know me, you know that. But it's been so crazy busy in this house for the last several months that I can't even believe that July is here and we're already making Christmas cards and things like that. So, oh, Diana just landed in Knoxville. She's a world traveler. She went to Spain and she went on a cruise and she was in Greece and I don't know if she was in Italy or not. What you doing? No, sorry. Ricardo just came in. He's just wandering. Don't know what he's doing. So, oh darn, she's so tired. I feel so sorry for her. So, the world traveler's back. I'm glad you're on, but you need to go home and go to bed. And so there's just been so much going on. It's like we had the Nashville craft retreat, and then we went on vacation, and Gaby's been gone all summer for drum corps, and we went to visit him last week and we kind of followed the tour around. We went to I'll put my face on. We went to Wisconsin. We flew into Wisconsin, and that show was rained out. So then that was in Whitewater, Wisconsin. And then we went to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Hi, Donna. And oh, she's glad that we're on. We're going to do an unboxing. I'm so excited. And I honestly have not peeked, y'all. I mean, like, seriously, this little sticker thing, tab thing is still on. I almost cut it before we went live, and I thought, no, I want to prove to them I haven't looked at it yet. So we're like crafting blind today. But we were in La Crosse, Wisconsin, cute little towns of Whitewater and La Crosse. And then we drove to Minnesota and we saw some bands in Minnesota. We were in Mankato, I think. And then we drove down to Iowa and we were started with an A. I can't remember where it was. So we got to see 3 shows. So, and it's the same little tour we did last summer too. So it was really fun. We got back on late Thursday night. So here we are. So I have a lot of catching up to do. And I will say, let's go ahead and do this. It was so fun to see Gaby. It was really nice to see him. And it's, you love it when you see your kids, they're growing up and they're more independent and confident. And so he's only 17 and the average age, most of the marchers for drum corps are college age, but yet he's out there. We can see him. He's out there putting props where they're supposed to go and telling all the big kids like where they should go and what they should be doing. So it was kind of funny to see him really take on that role and be confident, and that's how we want to raise our kids, right? That's how we know when we've been successful as parents, is that, you know, they are confident to go off and be on their own for 88 days. And so it was a lot of fun. So I am way behind on work, and Spellbinders did send me this. That's, you know, I always try to give a caveat when they did send me this, but I was so excited that we get to start crafting, and I think it's a good tutorial because I'm going to share my thought process with you when I open a card kit like this. To be honest, I know some of the stuff that's in here, but I don't know pretty much everything. So this is even how my mind works. As soon as I open a kit like this, like, how do I begin? Because sometimes I think it can be a little intimidating, and Rich calls it analysis paralysis, right? So instead of doing anything, we do nothing because we get so excited to open it up and order these kits, and we spend all the money, and then it's like we don't make anything because we don't even know how to get started. So I want to do that. Before we get started, I do want to share some happy mail. I received, if you were at the Nashville Craft Retreat, you know Zoe was one of our instructors, and a new dear friend of mine. Like, I love Zoe so much, and she sent me, look at this beautiful watercolor card. I love it. It's gorgeous. And so she sent that to me, and look what she did. She included, I thought this was such a good idea, all the things she used and how she did it, and even the colors she used. So that's fantastic. You know, if you send a card to another card maker, to tell them what you use, so that when you know, if they love it and they want to do something similar, they know exactly how to kind of emulate it. And so, and then she had this really pretty piece of vellum that was so nice, and it feels like it's a better like a press plate. It says, "You're simply the best, and thank you is in order." So, and I need to thank her because she was so awesome at the retreat. So she sent that, and even before I show anything else, look, you know, her tagline is snail mail for Zoe. Look at her cute little sticker that was on the envelope. And she sent with that, look at this, for the not the Nashville Craft Retreat, my new company, My Pretty Things. You know, we opened not that long ago. Hi, Kathy. I know I've missed all of you too. She created some cards for me to do some advertising for the company with. And this might be something new to you. A lot of times when we crafters send cards to companies, or send cards like, you know, that are going to be shown and used, we will often put them in these little cellophane baggies to keep them clean from hands. And even, you know, when you display a card as a company. So Zoe sent hers in that, and that's just a little trick of the trade. So look at this, fantastic. She used the Sweet Sunshine layered dies, and look, she made a sunflower, and then the Hey There Sunshine stamp set, and some of the paper from Beach Vibes. So look, how gorgeous is that? Like, that sunflower is everything. And I love the font on that sunshine. So, and then she sent the waving hello, and she used some of the layered waves dies with these cuties. Aren't they so cute? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the dimension? She must have used something like, what do we call that? Glossy accents for his sunglasses. Fantastic. I love it. And then look at this cutie. This is also from Waving Hello stamp set, and some of the layered dies. Surfing by to say hi. Love it. And then this one is from BFFs, Beach Friends Forever. Look how cute. And I think this actually is this hippo in that kit, in that set too? I think so. Look how cute. And then she's got waves again, and she used waves for the sand. Isn't that fantastic? Thank you, Zoe. I love that so much, and I love to share happy mail. I think everybody likes this thing. Oh, and you have to see this too. It's the details, right? Look at her gorgeous calligraphy handwriting. Oh my word. I love it so much. And I have a few other cards. I don't know if I've shared these. Let's share some more. I have this one that came as a thank you from Sharon Meredith. She comes to the Nashville Craft Retreat. She makes beautiful cards. I think this one's foiled. So pretty. Thank you, Sharon. And then I got this card. This is from Laura Stahl's granddaughter. And I forget her name. I think it's Macy. She made this for me at the Nashville Craft Retreat. And you know, I keep all my cards. And this is real. I miss being a teacher and getting these kinds of fun cards. And this one, I believe, is from Christy Gibbon. Nope, this one is from Cindy Bolcher, Gail Schultz, and Julie Miles from the Craft Retreat. They all did that one and signed it for me. And then I have one more, but I'll have to show it next week because I don't have it right here at my desk. So aren't those great? I love to share the happy mail that I get. So thank you, thank you, thank you for those wonderful cards. Okay, getting into the Merry Moments kit and walking you through some of my thought process on what I do and how I get started with a card kit. Let me think. Something passed. I wanted to say, if you're looking for the supplies list and the shopping links, it's down in the description of the video, and all the little garbly goo, you'll find the supplies list. And also right there is a link in case you're interested in the workshop, in-person and virtual workshops for My Pretty Things going on this fall. So the shopping link is there. Okay, so this is the Merry Moments Holiday Kit. And I mean, I don't know if you can see, but like this thing it's heavy. It is not light. So let's open this up and take a look. How cute. Look at this little sticker. Merry Moments. I love it. I love to, now that I have my own company, I love to look at packaging and how other companies send things because, you know, I always say all the details matter. Details matter, right? So I love to see that. So it's got some tissue paper, and first thing we have more tutorials and some ideas for some cards. So if you need some ideas, I try not to look at these. I don't want to look at anybody else's cards before I make mine because I don't ever want to like copy. And it's, you know, it's so easy once those get in your mind. But look, here's like 5 cards with some other doodads. I'm sorry, 4 right away. So if you need some help, there you go. So I just start unpacking everything. And then, so we have some basics. We have some foam tape, or foam squares and some tape. Get that in there. And then we have some kind of peach. I call this confetti sequins. It's slightly crimped and there's no hole in it. So we call that confetti. Yes, Kathy, this kit actually just came out. It's $50. So look at all this that you get in here for $50. It's a pretty awesome deal, I have to say. Then we have some ephemera. You know me, I love ephemera. Oh, and we have pack 2 of ephemera. Looks like some more sentiments and things. That's awesome. So 2 packs of ephemera. Oh, and a stamp set. Love that. I was not expecting a stamp set in here. Oh my word. Look at these that look like wax seals. Oh, and they have a little bit of shimmer and shine. Look, can you see that? Oh, I love that. You don't even have to make your own. By the way, there's some wax seals kit coming in August from Spellbinders. Stay tuned because I have that already. Really cute little things in it. I cannot wait to share it. That's coming in August. But anyway, look at this. So pretty. And this gives me ideas right away. I'm looking at the colors. As I'm talking to you, I'm looking at this shimmery pink and these greens. And I'm thinking in my mind right away, the Catherine Pooler ink colors that'll coordinate with that. Because I know if this is in here, these colors are going to be in there. Okay, so there's the wax seals. Then we've got, this looks like stickers. I'm guessing these are stickers, and there's more than one. There's a whole bunch in there. That's good. So we have stickers, sentiments, and things like that. Little strips that look like little flags and stickers and ribbon and stuff. We've got, this looks like chipboard stickers. Look how cute. There's a lot in here. I can't believe this was only $50. Oh my goodness, look. Puffy, I think these are puffy stickers. I don't think they're chipboard. There's 2 pages, puffy stickers, sentiment stickers, and some other things. Love it. And then we've got a 6x6 pad of paper. And this is 40 sheets, 20 designs. So 2 of each page. And there's 6 foiled sheets in here. Whoa. That's exciting. I can't wait to see those. We'll go through those in a second. And then we've got, what do we have in here? I'm guessing these, ooh, it comes with card bases already. And this is really pretty. I don't know if you can see it. I love these card bases because it's like a linen look. Can you see it? I don't know if I can get that in there. Can you see the texture? It's like a linen texture. I love that. And there's a lot of those, and then maybe 10 of them. And then we've got envelopes to coordinate, white envelopes, really pretty cute little V ones, V flaps. So we've got the card bases, and then we've got, this must be an A2 card base, and then we've got 5x7 card bases, same kind of linen paper. So that's awesome. And envelopes for those too. They have everything. And then we have some paper. So I'm going to put the envelopes back in here right away because I don't want to lose those and I don't want to get them messy, but I want my card bases. So we've even got options. I don't make 5x7 cards very often. And you know, the paper is 6x6, so it's not going to be full 7 inches, but maybe we can talk about some ideas and things you can do. So I'm definitely going to set these card bases aside, and I'm going to set the box aside, and let's talk about where my mind goes and some ideas. I know, Donna, aren't those wax seals awesome? Seriously. So I'm going to put this over here, and let's put these goodies over, and let's cut this open. This is paper, and let's see. Oh, I don't even need to cut it. And let's see what's in here so we can start brainstorming. Okay, we've got like white. It might be a little bit off-white. There's that pink color, but it's a hint of, I don't know what I want to say. It's a light pink. Then we've got a medium pink. Oh, 2 medium pinks. And then look at all this. These are all shades of red. I'm assuming, obviously, the new Spellbinders cardstock. I just got a pack I bought myself. I bought the full rainbow. It comes with 1 page of each, and this is in the supplies list also, because I wanted to try it. I hadn't tried it before. It feels pretty good. Maybe an 80 pound, but a heavier 80 pound. I don't think it's 100 pound. I'm sure it's solid core. And so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades of red and pink. Okay. This one's obviously a little corally. This one's more of a warm red. This one's more of a cool red. And then we've got the 2 light shades of pink here. Okay. And then we've got light blue. I love to pair, and you may find this in the kit for my workshop in the fall. I've already been thinking about colors and cardstocks because you'll get some. I'm thinking there might be like a light blue because I love to pair a light blue. It's almost a neutral. So 2 shades of blue, and then we've got 2 shades of green. These are like yellow greens. Okay. And then we've got this kind of 2 shades of like kind of a mustardy, I don't know, almost a hint of yellow in them, but almost more of a neutral tan color, I would say. Then we've got black, and we've got foiled gold. Love that. And then we have foiled silver. Love that. This gold is definitely a yellow gold. So, you know, you need to know when you're looking at golds or what you're thinking. So if you're thinking about the foiled gold, this is definitely, it's very yellow, just so you know. Okay, so we've got these colors to work with. We'll have to keep that in mind. And let's go through the pattern paper. We know what we've got in everything now. So let's go through and just open everything up. And I normally start with the paper. So we will start there after I get some of these packages open. I will start with the paper and we'll go through my tips for how I sort paper. We have all these things. I kind of sit these out so I remember what I've got. Got some stickers here, and then I keep all my ephemera together, and here are the stamps. Okay, and then we've got these little doodads. And this is tape and foam squares. So I will go ahead and get that open too. Maybe. Okay. There, we've got all these ready to go. Tape, I don't know if I'll use the tape. That's like a perfect roll to take somewhere. It looks like double-sided, kind of like score tape. And then we've got foam squares. And those are a nice dimension because you know I love a lot of dimension on my foam squares. And then let's open up the 6x6 paper pack. 40 pages, 20 designs. Let's see if it's printed on both sides. Oh, it's in a little booklet. Not printed on both sides. So we've got 20 designs, 2 of each one, 40 total pages. Okay. So I go through the paper and I will start sorting it. So I will take this whole thing out of this booklet, and this is how I get started. Okay. Because I know I have to make 10 cards from this kit. You know, normally you don't have those restraints. You can make as many or as few as you want. But let's just say we're also going for ease and for, you know, we have a lot of holiday cards we have to get out, right? So I will, this makes it a little bit easier because lots of times if there's double-sided, I do one with it face up and then I do a set with it flipped over so you can see the back. So we really only need one of each one. Let's see where it starts back over. There we go. So we only need one of each, and then we'll set this aside. And let's go ahead and start grouping these. Here's what I do. Anything like stripes, I put stripes together, okay? Small patterns that are a little bit more of a solid, I'll put these together. Plaids, you know, that's another kind of pattern. This I would consider a small pattern, okay? Then there's a red one that's just very similar to the green one. It's a polka dot, not exactly the same, okay? This one's what I call like a medium pattern, kind of like this, right? It's kind of busy. There's stuff going on. This one, kind of a small pattern, right? Don't get too caught in the weeds, caught up in the weeds as to like what we're going to identify it as. Okay. This one, a little bit more of a pattern than like the red or even that one or the green. It's a little busier. So I'll put it with this green one on top. Be careful if there's like glue at the top so you don't tear. You don't want to lose any pages. Obviously red. Obviously a pink. It's got a little bit of a pattern in it. Can you see it? Kind of a diamond pattern, but to me that's more solid because look at it. You look from farther away, it's not going to detract from a focal point. So those are going in here. This would be kind of a medium pattern, you know, a little bit busier, right? I might put it there, could go there. Don't stress. The diamonds, very much like this. This one I would definitely think of as a stripe. That's like the overriding look to it. So we'll put it in there. Ooh, that's a foil page. Can you see it? That's pretty. And that's like a champagne gold color. Really pretty. Another kind of pattern, slightly backgroundish. you know, we'll have to see. But I'm going to put it right here for now. This one's pretty. It's got kind of a map on it, kind of more of a background paper. I'm not going to get caught up in the fact that it does have a little bit of an image. It'll fade into the background. So I'll even put it right here. Ooh, look at the bows. Spellbinders has a new bow die that is so pretty. This one's kind of a medium pattern one, so it's not crazy. So the nice thing is a lot of these will go, like, they'll just be backgrounds. Ooh, this is another foil with stars. That's a small pattern. Okay. Pull that glue off, right? You don't want that. It'll probably be cut off. You'll be aware of that and cut that off. And then this one's a medium pattern with candy canes, right? With green. And then this one is a cut apart. And so a lot of people would cut this apart because you've got tickets and tags. So I would cut these apart too when we get there, okay? So that's how I sort my paper right away. I'm looking at the colors. So we've got black, and then we've got green, and we've got the pink, and we've got kind of two shades of red, a darker red and a lighter red. I like that. Gives us options. Don't freak out. And then we've got the kind of geometric stripes, plaids, you know, whatever. Bigger kind of patterns, geometric. So I will look at like a floral, a mid-range. I often try to pair it with more of a solid or a very small pattern. And then lots of times a kind of a geometric, stripes, plaids, things like that. If I'm, that kind of thinking normally goes along with a mini album. It's how I pull sheets together. So we've got these together. We're looking at the colors, and I'm thinking about ink colors as we go. So that gives us an idea for that. Okay. And I know then we've got the cut apart page that I'll need to do that at some point. So that's how I get started with my paper. Now I already have an idea of what I have for papers. I have an idea of themes. And then I have an idea of colors, okay? So we can cut this apart too. The next thing that I would do is go through my ephemera, and I have sorting trays, and I will sort out my ephemera, and you'll start seeing a pattern as you go, okay? So let's look at this and start organizing by pattern. Sometimes you have to rearrange a little bit. But the more organized you are before you get started, the faster it'll go and the easier when you start making cards. And the thing that I want you to keep in mind when we're going for kind of easier, faster production type cards like this, like maybe out of a card kit, is don't overthink it. And I just did the Simon Says Stamp, Tim Holtz thing. I didn't do any of the projects, but I watched him at half of it. I haven't watched all of it. Hold on, let me take a drink. And I love that Tim said, don't overthink it. And I know he says that a lot. But we're, you know, no one's going to say, oh, I don't think I would have put that with that on that card. No one's going to think that when you give them the card, so do not overthink it. We're going to sort by, obviously, these little sentiments. Hi, Laura Stahl. Well, happy birthday to your daughter. And hi, Sue Bushman. So let's start sorting. We have a sentiment strip. We have these cute little foiled, look at this. Look at the detail. We have foiled little stamps. Those are cute, and more foiled stamps. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I'm just showing you kind of how I sort things. More things that, oh, this would be like an advent calendar. Oh, a partridge in a pear tree. That's what I've been doing. Excuse me, if you've seen the advertisements that I've been doing for the holiday workshops. What do we do? On the first day of Christmas, My Pretty Things gave to me a discounted workshop fee. On the second day of Christmas crafting, My Pretty Things gave to me 2 frosted cakes. There's a 6 layer cake die set that is so stinking cute with stitching details and everything that you'll get in your kit. And on the third day of Christmas crafting, My Pretty Things gave to me 3 peppermints. There's a cute 2-piece, and I may end up putting 2 dies in there of 2 different sizes. Right now it's 1, but it's kind of big because we're using it for something special. Stitched peppermint die. So cute. I can't stand it. So I'm going to put that because that's kind of a bigger piece there. Oh, we've got more. We've got tickets and things. I'm going to put that there. We've got more sentiment strips. We have little flags. I'll just go ahead and put that there, and a little tag. More layering pieces. Dear Santa. I'll put that there. The bigger pieces I'm putting here, if you notice. All these little foiled sentiment strips. Here we'll put some little flag die cuts here. Looks like there's 2 of everything. These strips that are just little images we'll put there. More sentiments, let's put those there. All these smaller kind of sentiments. Here's Jingle All the Way. Look, they're all foiled. That's fantastic. I love it. Let's put that there. And more cards. All foiled. All foiled. I love it. So this is what I do. I just start going through and kind of sorting. So I know what I've got to use. I have an idea. Maybe I start thinking about what will go with what. I've got circles. Bigger sentiments going to go in there. These little doodads. Look how cute. I am planning a banner die for the workshop kits. So that's fun to see that. More little tags. Little stars. Just put those somewhere where you won't lose them. More little words. And I just start sorting all this stuff. This is how I do it. All the sentiments together, little layering pieces, all these little flags, in all the different colors. It'll give you, look at this foiled 25. Ooh, love that. Tickets can go there. I love tickets. Absolutely love tickets. There's some more, 2 of each thing. Love it. More tickets and more tickets. Circles are going over here. Because I love, you want to be able to layer your circles, things like that. All these foiled little sentiments. And here's bigger tags. So I'm going to go ahead and put those there to the side. Another one. This is all in one ephemera set. Wow. Amazing. More sentiments. Smaller circles. It's like a little tab thing. Little flags. Love those. I'm going to put those there. This way you know where everything is organized. If you use like muffin tins, you even have more spaces to organize and know where everything is. But this way it's all kind of sorted and organized, and you have an idea of where everything is, right? Okay. Don't forget these big sentiments here. I don't want to forget where those are kind of hiding, because, you need the sentiment for every card. And I love that these are already done. If you didn't even want to get out a stamp set and mess with that, you've got all these right here, right? Okay. So that's just one pack. Then we've got this. I probably should have, you know what? We're going to move these over. Let's put these here, because now I've got to go through this ephemera and see what's going on. We do not need to keep them together, right? We're going to use it all together. If it goes in one of these other piles, it doesn't matter that it came in a separate kind of package, okay? Like all these stars I'm going to put together. So we can get rid of that and get rid of this so it doesn't get in our way. And this looks more like images. And this way we have an idea. We've got houses, snowflakes, trees, nutcrackers. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We've got greenery, more circles, packages, Look at how pretty these ornaments are. I love it. Don't you just love going through everything and looking at, I made a card last year for Christmas that was, I made a hot air balloon. So I love just going through and looking to see what all we've got. This is quickly just going to fill this up, and we'll have to dig through for what we want, right? Going to put all the snowflakes. Look at these big stars, not snowflakes. Those are pretty. Little nutcracker heads. Okay, we might need to use some more of this space, right? Got some greenery ones, and let's just go through. Look at these little candies. Little striped, and they're foiled. Those are so cute. These are not circles, they're ornaments, but they're almost, I would almost consider those a circle, right? We've got flowers. I need another sorting tray. I can't believe I need more. I didn't think that I would need any more than that. And I don't even have one available because I have stuff in my other ones. So it's okay, right? Let's put these here. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Look. How cute. That's going on a card for sure, right? Oh my goodness. See, this is what you do. You start right away. That's a focal point image. If I have larger focal points, I tend to put those together. Layering. Here's more stars. Here's more greenery. An ornament. Oh, there's a bow that looks like that big die that they have out now. I love that. No, Laura, this is Spellbinders Merry Memories kit. It's only $50. The link is in the supplies list below. The link is there. And so this just came out, and it is, look at the pair. There's a pair. So now if I had more sorting trays, I would, hi Tracy, is this a box from, no, everybody keeps asking. No, this is the Merry Memories Spellbinders kit that just came out. Look at Santa. He is a focal point, obviously, right? We're going to put him somewhere with that train. But we have been talking about the My Pretty Things kit, and so I'm so very excited. And this little middle pops out of these candy canes. So you have to remember where all this is. Look at this. This says, welcome to the North Pole. And it says Elf Village, Santa Sleigh, and Reindeer Way. Isn't that cute? Love that. Poinsettias. We're going to have to dig through here, I can tell. And I normally don't like that. I am not going to have fun digging through that to find what I need. But I know that they're there. So we'll just have to maybe off camera, like later on, I will sort things. Oh, we have a bigger bow. I am planning, and it is right now in the works. We're going to have 4. Are you ready? 4 the Crafting Sweet Memories holiday retreat for My Pretty Things. 4. Look for 4 layered bow dies in different sizes. Because I'm kind of nuts for a bow die. So 4 different sizes, 4 different styles. So this is a really cute little piece. And then we've got doves, and we've got some more stars and candy. I'm just going to dump those in there because, you know, we are going quickly. So if you have not signed up for the virtual or in-person workshops for the fall, the link is there. And oh, today's the last day. I may extend it. I don't know. I'm not making promises for the discounted price. For the virtual, it is only $199, and the kit is worth over $350 retail value. So, and like I said, I keep adding things to it, so it might end up being a lot more than just $350. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm so excited. Everything's in the works. Finished up today with one of my graphic designers, and she is fantastic. we finished up a collection that is a stamp with the coordinating die, full A2 size die, and I think it's either 4 or 5 layered stencil set. And that's just one thing that's in the kit also. So it's a stamp set, full A2 size stamp, not a set, just a stamp, like a background stamp, the coordinating A2 size die, and then it's either 4 or 5 layered stencils to color everything if you want to. And it is fantastic. Like, she's even excited, the graphic designer, because she does craft some. She's an artist, but she crafts and stuff too, does stuff too. And she's like, oh, I just love this. I am so excited. Okay. So we've got everything organized. Let's see what this is exactly. The more organized you are, it's kind of like sous chefs. They, you know how they get everything organized before they begin cooking, and that way everything's ready to go. They call it their mirepoix. And, you know, then they just have it in those little cups and it's all ready to go and dump in. They cut everything, they get everything organized, and it seems like a lot of work up front. But when you're cooking, you know, you need it all ready to go. So the same thing, think of it the same way when we're crafting, especially when you need to mass produce at least 10 cards or more. If the more organized you are at the beginning, the faster it's going to go once you get started. So we've got, these are stickers, and these feel kind of like paper. This one feels a little bit more like kind of vinyl, like clear stickers, transparent. I think they call it PET stickers. We've got 2 sheets of 3, let's see, 3 sheets of that, and I think these are actually artificial paper. They might be real paper, but they feel, oh, they're very thin. This is probably like a washi sticker. They're already cut. But it feels like washi tape is what that feels like. These are the plastic kind of transparent stickers, and then these are paper stickers. So we've got all these different stickers to use too. I'm not the best at using stickers. Something we need to keep in mind. You could create a background with them though, you know, for sure. You could put it on paper and then cut it out so it has a little bit more sturdiness to it. And then don't forget, we've got chipboard and puffy stickers. We've got 2 sheets of these puffy stickers that are mainly sentiments. Okay, so get rid of that too so that we see what we've got here. Okay, definitely very rigid, puffy, almost kind of a cross between a puffy and a chipboard sticker. Okay, so we have lots and lots here to work with. We've got these. Oh, we've got some frames. It's just fun going through everything, right? So much stuff for $50. This is like a cardboard chipboard frame, and you can take out the middles. You can leave them connected, whatever you want to do. But you've got the frames in with the middle, so that's really cool. And then look at this. You could do a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, the 12 days of Christmas. That's pretty. I really like that. You could do so many things with that, but I love it. I think I did see someone may have used these and created a card. I may have seen one card that someone made, and it was so pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this apart so that we've got this to use also, especially since there's nothing on the back. We'll cut this apart, and that's how I would get started, and I would put it in my little trays. Okay, and then we are ready to go. I would use a little like Fisker's trimmer. If anybody is missing their Fisker's trimmer from the Nashville Craft Retreat and you think that I borrowed it, let me know, because I have an extra one. I don't know whose it is. My team said it wasn't theirs. I assumed it may have been theirs, but now you have to be careful. We have a straight line going this way, so make sure you pay attention to the straight lines. And if you have one of these, it's nice because you have the wire that you know you're getting it lined up perfectly. and I will cut things like that. Then it goes straight this way. And I just go about trimming things like this. Okay. Need to trim a little bit off of this. And this way we have more tickets and layering pieces and things like that. Other things you can do, keep in mind, you can create pockets to put gift cards in. You can create corner pockets to tuck ephemera and things in. That's kind of a fun, different thing to do on cards. I did pull out my bin of dies that are spellbinders. So if we wanted to use any layering dies or circle dies, something like that, it's all ready to go. So I even get organized that way. And now you're not obligated to obviously use the exact same company for everything. You know, if you've got a layered kind of nested tag die set or die set, you can obviously use whatever. Because Spellbinder sent this to me, I obviously try to use all Spellbinders things. I hope that I have some Spellbinders tags because I love to make tags too. You can put tags on the front of cards. I'm just going to trim these little corners and then we're ready to go. There we go. So now let's put these where they would go. We have some tickets here. And I know we had tickets in something. Here's tickets. Here's one of these little strips. Oh, I didn't cut this one apart. I'm just going to use my scissors. Let's hope I don't mess it up. Not the best at cutting straight lines, but it'll do. That can go there. Then we've even got these. I might even keep this together. Need to trim this little edge off. That's why I love these big scissors, because if I had to cut a straight line with a small set of scissors, I would be in so much trouble. I don't remember where I put the big tags. Maybe there. But since we are getting busy, I'm going to go ahead and take my chances. The big scissors make straight lines much easier. There we go. Okay, so where do we get started now? Good question. We've got this is where people tend to get overwhelmed. You all of a sudden look at all the stuff that you were excited about unboxing and you're like, oh, holy cow, where do I get started? Okay. Oh, and don't forget these. Don't let that happen. Just start layering. You don't even have to pick a background because sometimes people get overwhelmed with the background. And I will tell you, the biggest problem people have is there's too much going on and your eye doesn't know where to focus. Number one problem, because you want to use everything, right? You don't have to use everything on one card. You do, let me repeat that. You do not have to put everything on one card. Okay? They either get too excited and they use everything and then your eye doesn't know what to look at, right? Too much going on. They'll use a busy pattern paper in the background and then you put all the stuff on top. Your eye doesn't know where to look. So number one rule, don't put everything on one card. Number two, layer, layer, layer. Remember the negative, remember odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. And you need them to touch and overlap. Don't spread things out on a card. Oh, this drives me nuts. Don't do this. And people do this. They'll put one thing here and then they'll put one thing over here. Like, let's pretend this is a card. And then maybe they put one thing here and, you know, something like over here. The reason that doesn't work is because there's no main focal point and your eye doesn't know where to look. Now, we could put 4 things that are just about the same size together, and that would look okay. Like if you put these stickers together, let me see. You know, if you put these together, that's different because it would be pleasing to the eye because they're about the same size and you'd find a way to make it even. But when you have things like this, different sizes spread apart, doesn't look very pretty. Don't do that. If anything, make a focal point, okay? Put everything together, touching, and there we've got 3 items. And look, that already would look better because you've created a focal point. Does that make sense? Okay. Those are some guidelines that you're going to think about. Those are easy. Odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Make a focal point, layer, and have things touch. Okay? Basic good rules to follow. All right, now let's see. Let's see if we can make a couple. I've been on for 51 minutes. I'm not going to make all 10 cards on here. I wanted to share my tips to get you started because I know a lot of people will watch this and they're going to want to make all the cards I make, and that's fine. But I also want you to be able to create your own and be successful. So you know what? Maybe this is part 1. How about we do that? Okay, we've got part 1. Those are our ideas. Those are our rules. I love these 2. So I definitely want to use these somehow. They're busy. They're a busier paper. How are we going to do this? I would probably take one of my solid colors, right? Create a frame. Make a pretty frame. Maybe use this pink that's in here. You could either go darker or you could go lighter. And I'll start doing this. Do I like this? Yes, that would be pretty. Would I like a red? Yes. So there's an easy frame right there for a card, right? And you could use this paper. Can we layer another paper over it? Yes, we can. Lots of things we can do. But I would start coordinating cardstock colors with paper colors, okay? Your ephemera and things like that you can either start there or you can start here. It's up to you. Some people work in different ways. The other thing I want to help you with, and this is why all of a sudden I'm thinking we're not going to put any cards together and let's make this a 2-part series. The other thing that I will do, especially because this can be overwhelming, is I will pull card sketches. And if you aren't familiar with a card sketch, it's basically a layout. It's ideas that other people have put together, and it will kind of give you ideas for how a card can go. So you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, since we've already been on for an hour, if you have a kit at home, and it doesn't matter what it is, let's say you have a paper pack and you have ephemera, get that out and get it organized and let's get everything ready. And why don't you join me tomorrow? Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that goes on Monday nights, because I normally don't want to step on anybody's toes. But I'm thinking I have to help feed the band. I may be home by 7 or 8 Central Time tomorrow, and we could go live again. And that's what I'm thinking, because I'd really like to have a whole other segment where we talk about card sketches. So if I don't go live tomorrow night because we don't have time, in the next 2 or 3 days, you could get some stuff organized. You could even order this card kit. And don't forget, please use my affiliate links if you're inspired by things that I'm doing and sharing. You know, I donate every penny to charity, so I appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything if you click my links. Let's do that. Let's break this into a second part so we aren't rushing, and I can pull some sketches together to give you more ideas on where to go next, so you're not overwhelmed once you get your kit opened and you're ready to get started. How about that? Everybody okay with that idea? Everybody's been really quiet now for a while. Nobody has said anything. I like this idea. We'll break this up into manageable pieces, right? And I can even make new slides so that other people who have not watched this can look at it and pick their topic, right? And we'll break it into manageable chunks. Let's do that. It makes it more manageable for me. And this is how I go about it. I would probably go pull these sketches next, or I would have had them already ready. And this is going to make your life easier too. And then you'll have these. I would recommend, if you're on Pinterest, let me put my face on here. If you're on Pinterest, I have a whole Pinterest board of sketches, and I don't pin that many things to it because I'm not always good about thinking about that. But if I come across something, or even a card that I see and I like the way it's laid out, I consider that a sketch because I want to emulate the basic design of the card. So go on Pinterest, start looking up sketches in the next couple days, things that you like. Create a Pinterest board that then you can refer to when you get things like this. And then once again, it makes it so easy. It'll help you figure out layering pieces and ideas. And even designers look at other people's cards and think, why do I like that card so much? And how can I do that myself? And you don't have to copy what someone uses and the exact materials. You can take the idea of their design that's really nice and use it as a sketch and use that for your card. Okay, so do that. Here's your homework. How about this? Pull out some paper packs that you have. Pull out some ephemera or stamps or any stickers or anything like that you have. Pull out Christmas, or holiday paper packs from last year. I've got them from 10 years ago probably. Pull those out. Get organized the way we did tonight. Start thinking about the kind of tried and true guidelines for putting cards together. Pull out coordinating cardstock and cut things apart, get it sorted and organized, and create a Pinterest board and start looking for sketches. You can either look that word sketch up, card sketches, or even just start looking through holiday cards that you like the layout and pin those to your Pinterest board of sketches. Okay, there's your homework. Let's do this together. I like this idea, and I really like where this is going. If you like these ideas and you think this is kind of a fun series, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow and like. And if you have not registered for the Crafting Sweet Memories workshops, we're having in person here in Tennessee or virtual with 6 teachers. I've got Kelly Taylor, Angelica Conrad, Natalie Dill, Andrea Shell, Nikki Baxley, and myself are all teaching. You get 6 workshops for the virtual for $199 for a $350 plus kit. And so if you like the things I'm doing, these are the kinds of things we do in a workshop. I actually had someone say, well, do you have examples of past projects? You can go on all my socials, see all of my projects, all of the teachers' projects, but this gives you an idea of how we like to teach, and we want to teach you how to fish, right? So you can do these things yourself. So this is what we're going to do. I like this, and I like how this is going. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll definitely let you know when I'm going live in the next couple of days. I don't want to guarantee it'll be tomorrow. I'll let you know. Look on Facebook and Instagram for the notification of when I'm going live again for part 2. But I promise I'll do it because I have to do it, right? I've got to make 10 cards for Spellbinder, so we'll do this together. All right? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. It's been a couple of weeks since I went live, and I'm so glad that we're live together. And get your stuff organized. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll let you know when I'm going live again. Okay? Bye, everybody. I'm so excited to start Christmas crafting. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited. It's July. Game on, right? Here we go. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.